Yeah, alright, Kanji, I'll see you tomorrow. Those guys are gonna get creamed. Just gotta work on my jump shot.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back with another action figure review. Today I wanted to take a quick look at the slam dunk Dasin model, Kicchou Fukuda. I might be butchering that name a lot, and we're just gonna keep it moving. So this figure, this guy's name is either Kicchou Fukuda or Fukuda Kicchou. It's pronounced two different ways online, and I have not seen the episode yet where he appears, which is in an anime called Slam Dunk. I haven't watched a whole bunch of the Slam Dunk anime. I've seen a couple of the episodes. I like the toys more. Like, the reason why I got these guys is Dasin model. All the figures that I've gotten from Dasin model were actually pretty good moving type of figures. They are a little bit tall. Well, I say a little bit, but they do got some height on them, but you never pay that much. And these figures actually got a little bit more expensive, like, as soon as they sold out. As far as I know, the only real places you can find them at is like AliExpress, and maybe eBay might have a couple. And they do go for a little bit of money these days, but every chance I get, I do like to grab one of them because they are really cool. I usually get them and try to like customize them or just add a little bit more range to it. This guy's joints is still pretty good. The reason why I got him is because I like his hair. I like his facial expression. In the anime, it says he's like a strong, silent type. He's good at offense, not so good at defense, and he usually has a stoic type of expression to him, which I think is captured pretty well on here. I do like that face printing. Big lips, can't really tell if he's enjoying himself or not. But they say he is a very considerate teammate. I just like the blue. I like this greenish blue tint right here. I like the size of them. We'll get into some size comparisons later. And I like the way these guys move. I do like to grab these figures because they make pretty cool blank bodies, and it also puts me on to like new animated shows that I can go and watch that I might even get into. And they move good. They're very solid figures. I think the biggest gripe I actually have with this guy is his ankles. I think out of the other figures that I have, and I just pop right out. So as you can see, it is a universal hinge in there. It's really stiff, so you would have to take out the foot and then kind of rotate it. And then it's kind of tricky to get inside there as well. I think in the pic, actually, I believe just goes straight into the foot. So that's a little unfortunate. I did this review knowing that I was not going to get a whole bunch of views on it, maybe not a lot of engagement either, but I just like to put these figures out there in case someone's looking for some. Yeah, that ankle is just, I think I might have to swing back around and try to do a little bit of sand and whip out the good old whip out the Dremel and just get to work on this guy. See, he does have pretty good head range. You know, the range is going to vary, but I think most of these Dasin model slam dunk figures actually all use the same body. We have the alternate faces right here. It's got this next bland expression on it. It's the one he comes straight out the package, and I do like the way these faces look. Then we have his yelling face, I guess. I do like the sculpt of the mouth and the expression very much. Got the little wrinkled for the furrowed lines and stuff, so that's pretty cool. They have numbers too in the back of them, which was interesting. Then you get this one right here, which is an expression where he's looking off to the side. Most notable thing being the big lips for this character, one of his defining traits. But yeah, these face sculpts look really good. To go over the rest of his articulation, he does have a pretty good tilt at his head as well, using both of those joints at the neck. Get some really good expression with them. I really like that. At the time when these guys first came out, man, I think you can get them for like around $20, $30 or something like that. I'd say out of all of the figures that I do have, Dasin model, he probably has the least amount of elbow range because of how they designed it. But it's not too bad, actually. The minimal scope on the arms, but you do have a pretty cool swivel right there. So I do appreciate that. You also have a butterfly joint. Figure's still holding up all this time. Of course, I'm going to take a Dremel to that, see if I can etch out just a little bit more, as I've done with all of my Dasin model figures. But as is, I think he moves really good. And I think the soft goods are decent. They ride up a little bit at the deltoid. I mean, if nothing else, you can use these for other things. So nice shorts too. Universal hinge at the wrist. You got the thigh swivel right there as well. Full thigh cut at about that much for the knees. So that's still pretty good. And the ankles, it will give you a little bit of trouble. It does not get a whole bunch of range. Probably will have to go back and just kind of Dremel out just a U shape right there to try to get more out of those ankles, as well as on the inside of his sock. His shoes look really good. Got the Nike logo and even says Nike on it. Details on the bottom of the shoe look really nice. Like unnecessary details. Some pretty good range. And then we're gonna just go over the rest of his accessories and some size comparison. So of course, as you already seen, we do have the basketball here. It does have the little pig on it. I had to stick it tight so it doesn't roll all off the diorama. And it does come with 2 hands, but you can just peg it right inside. So that is a very cool idea right there, which looks really good. Got that texture on it. Of course, you have 2 of these hands as well, which are kind of like a style pose, spirit fingers. Then we also have 2 of his cupped hands here, and they do have nails on the fingers too. They do have a little bit of a flex to them. You get some fist hands, so that's pretty cool. And then you get this hand right here, which is, I don't know how to describe this hand here. I guess just holding ball straight up, but it doesn't peg on or anything like that. We'll run into some balancing issues, and then you have some extra faces here for Akira. And then you have 1 more additional head. I do the same thing with his hair, take that off. He looks good. Did I not have this face already? As you can see, he is looking off to the side. So it just occurred to me somewhere along the way my mic died, so I do apologize for any audio issues or changes. And it's also, I did notice before I went to break there that he does have a little bit of quality control. Looks like a little bit of a smear with quality control issues right there. He's got a little dot too around his neck. If I can get that to focus on there. Not sure if that's gonna pick it up. And then I wanted to do a quick look at his torso area. It's got some more damage right here. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but that came off. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, not too much detail, but that's a nice strong body underneath there though. That's pretty cool. Then you got this pelvic area, which feels like a harder plastic right there, and I just noticed a little bit of coloring too. Looks like that blue might have rubbed off. Revoltech. As you can see, he is taller than Joker here, even with his legs spread out. And then we have, oh gosh, I forget his name. I think it starts Quaid, something like that, Ruade. I actually did a review on this guy too. I did a review on pretty much all of the Dasin model figures that I do have, including Anzai Mitsuyoshi, which turned out to be a bootleg, but I did a review on him anyway. But I put a link for all of those videos within the description. Protector of Metropolis from Muff Toys. Last but not least, we have your Kotobukiya Zero Model Kit. My final thoughts for the Dasin model for Kicchou. I'm butchering the hell out of this guy's name, but as I said before, I think Dasin model did a superb job with these figures. They're really fun to handle. And then once you put these guys in some dynamic poses and you take that Dremel, these figures, they become really awesome. The time they were released, they were for a really, really good value. And now, I mean, 60, 70, you know, you might find some even 40 and 30. So yeah, I would recommend this figure if you can get them for a decent price. I did get mine from AliExpress, as I mentioned before. I have to really do something about these ankles. I do wish they would have did something a little different as far as that goes, but its articulation, I would say, is mostly pretty good. I think I'm gonna give him a, let's say a 7.9, because those ankles are a huge, huge bummer. And then for the look, other than the quality control issues I ran across with this guy, I think his look is pretty decent. He could have had some shading on it, but I wanna say I'm gonna give this guy like a, let's say a 7.9. For his accessories, I think the only thing that I think he could have used was like the effect where the ball is spinning around on the fingers. I think that would have been pretty cool if they would have included that. They probably was extending the budget a little bit too much. If you can get your hands on it, I would say go for it. My final score, I'm gonna give him an 8.5, judging by the price that he was when he very first came out. And I'll put a link for the other videos in the description below. All right, y'all, that's the video. I'd love a like. If not, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Quick look at the box. As you can see, it came in pretty dinged up, and that's kind of the nature of it when you're dealing with AliExpress.